Uh-oh. Damn it. Oh. One moment, please. Where does this go? Shit. Give me a second. Push. Rummage. Ah, now I know what's going on. Hey. Hopefully you can hear me. Anyway, updates from my divine panel of 8. Welcome back, my divine panel, to divinely intervene as needed for my highest good, aka the highest good. Let's get all the yuckiness off for just a second. It's okay. Let's take a look at that. I know I have residue. Don't you worry. I'll wash it off. Excuse me. Crisaps. Okay. My phone's been acting a little funky yesterday and today. I mean, it has been for a little bit, but in doing the thumbnails, it's just not adding up. I'm sorry. I know this looks a little funky, but I'm supposed to wear it because people are trying to attack me. They're trying to attack. Remember we saw the Nine of Swords and then the Ten of Swords, and so I heard word that there are some shut up your mouth spells. Shut up your mouth. And so it hasn't worked, but I'm told to like protect myself anyway and not take it for granted. And so even though like I make things that are not aesthetically like pleasing, I just do it for its purposeful intent. And you know, if it is effective, then that's what I'm primarily for. I don't let these activities kind of wine and dine me and dictate what's suitable for others, especially with like out of box. How do I say it? I live in a different world, so I have to protect myself by whatever means. So this is just like a temporary thing, but I'm told to just do it, so I did it anyway. Yeah, so like remember we saw the Nine of Swords and the Ten of Swords back to back, you know, in the previous reading, and I was like meh. And so I there was a large cockroach that found its way through, and this was after doing some housekeeping, so it's not like, you know, let me tell you, let me just dispel this myth. If you have roaches, it does not, and I don't have roaches. It's just you know, it's just monkey business, child's play type of energy. And so they come around during the full moon. And so, yeah, I just had to deal with that. And then just I could see little things like consecutively I'll drop things, which it's not like picking up a spoon. Like how much leverage does that have over me? You know, dropping it twice in a row. Like what the heck? Anyway, I'm over it. Okay. Um, it makes life actually a little fun. um, but anyway, on the left side, for this thumbnail, uh, Numb-Nail, I guess. What does that mean? Hold on. Why was I about to say Numb-Nail? My divine panel, what do you want to tell me about that? This is the one. Three of Swords, yeah. Somebody's trying to like put the nails in the coffin for me, or like do something where uh it affects like the Midas touch. Something about that. So anyway, I don't think I'm crying about it. I just notice it, you know? That's all that it is. But I still have energetics that are attempting to console me. But you know, like I have a different kind of tea. Tea. Oh, so good. My friend provided the yummiest tea ever. Do you know what? Like, this is a beautiful little packet thingy. Hold on. It has a little flower. It's so beautiful. Anyway, give me a second. Yeah, so, Page of Swords on the left side. I had to finagle a couple of things, like move from one activity to another, to another, to another. And anyway, Page of Swords on the left side. That is the, the learner's card. This is the learner's permit, whatever that, you know. And on the right side, the doing side, I have the Empress card. How beautiful is that? I love it. You know what? Just so, like, I feel like people are paying attention to like this stuff that I just made for to combat. So let me just give you a little distraction here. Let's get a little distraction. Oh, that's a little messy. You know what? I don't have my other camera on, so let's do that, okay? Give me something I can work with. Let's change up the light. Because you don't need to be all up in my face. Do you? Ah! See? You don't. Okay. Are you distracted? I'm not going to go a little sleazy today. I just thought, hey, we're going to do it. All right. So I have the Empress card on the right side. Like, boo-boos are healing. I'm healing things like a badass Empress. You see? It's so good. On the left side, though, this is like, there's a couple of impressions here, like you know what it's like sending messaging out, like somebody is trying to call me in, like you know what song is coming through, what is it? I will remember you, will you remember me? What's don't let your life pass you by. So it's Sarah McLachlan. It's a beautiful song, but I cannot mimic it at this point because it's been a long time since I heard it. So if finding the tune, like finding that pitch, is just, it's not right now. Okay. So updates from my divine panel of 8. What do you want to tell me? Updates. That one, or those two. 9 of Pentacles in reverse and the Strength card in reverse. There's codependent, weak as energy. That's what they're telling me. I'm just reading the cards. I don't feel like it's me, but that's, there's like an overlay of energetics. And I know things are expediting, by the way, like, things are like, okay, so you have a line of energetics, okay, and you're distinguishing, like, as the doorman, like who's legit and who's not. And so there's an array of energy, so they like inundate you. So instead of like one at a time, one at a time. This is more like massive crowd control. So at the same time, like good news is coming in for me, legitimately, like legit, the comment, like as I'm scrolling through my feed, it's like, you're doing wonderful, you're a victor, blah blah blah. You know, and everybody has their own variations of interpretations and exaggerations. So it goes to like that heightened level, but then it's also right after that in the same like page of the feed, it'll be like you're delusional, or something like some variation of you're fucked up, you know? And so like when I saw the same patterning come through and through, even if I changed forums or changed channels, it was the same shiz. So I'm like, oh, this is probably what celebrities have to go through. Like, you know, what are you gonna pay? Which dog are you gonna feed? And so this is what I'm seeing here. Like as I was trying to discuss the intro, you know, crazy. And yeah, and then that fall, it's like trying to sandwich things. Anyway, trying to treat my tea like a big gulp before it gets it loses its warmth. But updates are things are escalating and elevating for me. So the primary is actually something highly positive, and then what follows up right after that is you could hear in the background, like when somebody's talking shiz about you, even let's say, even if it's in the same language, or maybe a different language, whatever the frick, you can like, hello, I'm here, but at the same time, I don't give a frig. Like they know that I'm here. They want me to hear it. Am I going to acknowledge it? No. Am I aware of it? Yes. But you know, I got other things in mind. So I have this little post-it note thing, you know, to take care of certain priorities. And that's my like non-stressful way to manage you know, the to-do list. It's like you can write scribe in like biblical text, like that font size onto that sheet, and it doesn't feel like it's kind of, how do I say it, like I have to fool myself, like, how do I say it, I have to fool myself into tasks that are big for what I perceive them to be. So I have to get through these mental blocks. They're almost like mnemonics, almost in an energetic sense, to kind of easily remember, like, hey, that's a cue, like an easy cue. And so, what is it? Is it 3x3 regular post-it note size? Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I have to fit all of that into like this miniature thing, so it doesn't feel so like in your face, you know. So I like how that's working. Psychologically, it's not the like reverse psychology thing. It's just my identifiers, those like hitting those mental blocks in, as like a teacher would if I'm teaching myself, you know. So that works for me, and that's how I'm guided to do things. So anyway, what do you want to tell me? Oh, look, the Emperor's on the bottom. Hello, taking care of business. And if you're a boss, like, who's gonna tell you how to run things? You know, if they work, and they've been working. Bottom of the, or top of the deck, 7 of Wands in reversal. It's also a humbling when you share this shiz with anyone. Like somebody might laugh at it, somebody might joke around about it, or somebody might think like, oh, this girl gets easily overwhelmed. No. I think I don't really need to combat those comments, you know. Those are the kind of people that I wouldn't want to like if there was a variety, or if like we were the only people on the planet, it would be just the same. I would have no desire to converse with you. Like, I don't want to sit with that energy. I'd rather sit alone. I'm better off that way. And so that's what it boils down to, you know? All right, updates from my divine panel of 8. Oh, one fell in my lap. It is King of Wands in reverse. Player. And what's popping out over here is the 7 of Swords in reverse. The tarot scape thingy, tarosophy. I don't know. It's, you know, it's kind of like a walk in the park, this version of Dark Night of the Soul. And then the other thing that popped up is Knight of Wands in reverse. So from player to player, this is their what do you call it? This is their stature, which is Knight of Wands, whereas I am King of Wands. So I have a better playbook, let me tell you. No bullshits. Top of the deck, curious. Again, 7 of Wands. Okay. I think, yeah, we already got that. Anyway, so, okay. The World card in reverse. Again, 7 of Swords in reverse. So, nothing really changes. It's like you recognize bullshiz for bullshiz. And, what's on my lap? Ace of Wands in reverse. So you withhold your energy, your power. Like, no, I'm not going to use my wand for that. I'm not going to use my bullets for that. Screw that. Queen of Wands. Hello. Yeah. I'm not going to waste my bullets, waste my ammo on energetics that are like so fixated on trying to manage that power, because they can't. They can't. They will be severely burned. That's what it's showing me. Oh, 6 of Wands. The star, or wait, 17? Yeah, the stars card in reverse. 6 of Swords. And then the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, unstoppable. So this came into like my cornucopia lap. Okay, these cards face down. And this like consecutively like faced up right next to it. So even though this is happening, it's not meanwhile back at the ranch. This is simultaneously happening. You know, like it's like make money in your sleep. Yeah, this is despite this stuff happening, simultaneous to that, like I am victorious in my healing methods and like doing like random shiz like this, which is looks more of like a witchery type of thing, which is, I would say it kind of is. But at the same time, it's I think whenever I say celebrities, it feels like I'm pulling out the name card, like but this is underground, like they know this kind of energy, like for sure. So still victorious. It doesn't dissipate my hopes. In fact, it fortifies it. Like, oh, you just validated that I am at a certain place in life. Not that I already didn't know that, but you know, it's just like people tell on themselves, but at the same time, they're also telling you how great you are. Probably with not so many words or not so many favorable ones, but you know, people make their own choices and what they project into this world. And so, yeah. So there's still a chill, there's still a calm here, and it's like I'm still calmly steering towards, you know, the destination point. It's like there's a, what do you call it, a accident up ahead, like you can see it happening live on the freeway. A semi rolls out, blah blah blah, like another 2 lanes like right up ahead of you, off to your right side, and it's like rolling over. And so I don't know if this is defensive driving here, I would say, but it's like it's noticeable, but you keep your cool because you know that's the best way in order to handle like damage control situations. So this, because the wheel is here, I have my vehicle absolutely intact. So my steering is still like chill, calm. Yeah. So if there's any accidents off to the roadside, I'm not gonna rubberneck on that. I'm just, just deal with that. Somebody's calling me a rubberneck, but you know what? One day they're gonna reach an age younger than I am, and they're gonna have that shiz, and they're gonna be like, "Oh my god, I shouldn't have said that." Blah blah blah. Nah, 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 nah. Yeah. So I don't, I don't. I want to be a centennial. I want to live a long, good life. I want to be able to do like the maximum. I want to. Yeah, I feel like I've had so many years unlived, and I want to account for better times. And so keeping my cool is the thing to do. Yeah, and how do I say it? Encouraging and facilitating others to do just the same, Okay, so updates from my divine panel of 8. These are particularly for me. If you vibe, then you vibe, and all's swell and good, because I know that I am receiving the best learnings of all. Okay, what do you want to say? Okay. Judgment and the Emperor. Holy smokes, look. Judgment and the Emperor. So it's what I say goes on that for sure, with the follow through right after that. Major decisions, major karma rolling out. Yeah, interesting. So, what am I gonna say about this energy? My tea is warm now, but that's okay. It's still flavorful. I don't think I've ever seen the Judgment and the Emperor card. Most certainly with this deck, side by side, like, doing the notifications, like the Bell Project, right? It didn't necessarily, like, flap up to, face each other, but this deliberately made a sound with sound judgment on karma that's due. So, yeah. I like this position as it stands where I'm at right now, because I don't need to have the bling of like a major boss. I don't have to have the Rolex or the mini Louis Vuitton bag, or, what is it? Bread bottom heels or whatever, to dictate my power, because karma is very personal. And you know what it links to. At this stage, at this level, those that converse and converse with my path know that. So 20 and then 4. So 204 is an angel number here. It's quite massive in its delivery. This is playing and paying tribute to what's due. What's owed. Oh, this is it's calling, like, it's time to pay up. Yeah. So what is circled here? October the 31st. Oh, so this is almost like ritualistic for the divine, what is it, cosmic field. Yeah, it's like opening of portals, where all spirits are inclined to participate. Holy smokes! Oh my gosh, this is crazy. So it's like I'm calling upon support for like delegating support for these spirits to what do you do, to assist with collections. So I'm not doing the collections personally. I am delegating that. I'm calling upon the spirits to Oh my gosh, that's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, All Hallows Eve. Yeah, so it's you know how they say Christmas in July. Well, it's Halloween in January. Yeah. So this does not have to wait till October 31st. In fact, October 31st is considered like the new year, the renewal, the clean slating, the purge. But right now, it's time to collect. Holy smokes, that's insane. Yeah, this is also ancestral based on the robe coloring. See? I do me, I do you, that type of energy. It's reflective of what you honor, what you support, like a badge, right? Definitely. I got the vibe yesterday with the crows too. So anyway, bottom of the deck, 4 of Wands. This is a house cleaning, basically. 10 of Swords. Oh my gosh, this is the purge. This is the house cleaning. What the frick? Top of the deck, no secret. Justice. What? That's insane. My guides are so good. My contacts are so sound. I love it. I've also been noticing people have been like spiffying up. Seriously, I was like, oh, I'm a little bit of a sucker for that. Even if it's like it doesn't have to be like suit and tie or anything. It doesn't need to be all of that. It's just the way in which one mindfully presents themselves, which I like very much. It dictates. It shows a lot of displays a lot of authenticity with whatever walk of life. So whether that's blue collar, white collar, blah 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 blah, the representation of authenticity is what I absolutely love. Again, 2004 is strongly emphasized here. Okay. Gosh, that nose thing really got my nose all like not itchy, but extra sensitive. Like it doesn't hurt, but I can feel a lot of sensation right there. Okay, my divine panel of 8. That is insane. Justice? Ouch. For some. And ta-da! For others. AKA primarily me. Me, myself, and I. Alright. Excuse me. What do you want to tell me, my divine panel of 8? King of Swords accentuated. This is Archangel Michael coming through like like lady with a baby, you know. It's Archangel Michael with a sword, like coming through, slice. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What was I gonna tell you? I don't remember what I was gonna tell you. So I put together, reassembled the shelving and positioned them, cleaned up the house. That was my grounding for approximately 4 hours or more today. It was long overdue, and it was like so much better, so much better. And I think that alleviated a lot of it's like, you know, you just mind your own business, do what you got to do, and you know, it's your trajectories are increasing here. And so, yeah, like, so we've done the redlining, you know, and then there's, I know that's not what redlining means, but that's an indication of it. That's a symbolic view of it. But here, the blue line, that's definitely Archangel Michael, you know, like I'm following you, like parallel almost. I got you. So like that's the safety net, right? In case there's any plummet, I'll be caught. I'll be yeah. That's excellent. That's good. Okay. So if we're looking at like lights, I think in Japan, instead of green light, they have a blue light for the traffic lights. So like the yellow is the most heightened trajectory, but it also has a particular cap that's short-lived, and it's not something that like I'm really into. Like you work so hard to get to like this this pinnacle, this goal, you know? And so some will like invest into that matter, but it's like it's a quick plummet, as you can see. I forget, like, was it law of is it increasing or decreasing returns? I forget. But so yellow light is like kind of like slow down, right? It's the possibility of, or the potentiality of depending on where you're at, depending on the traffic, whatever, that you'll, you know, have to potentially stop or accelerate or like continue motion to get past the go light. And so what were they saying about that? Not that it had to link with possibilities. Oh, the capabilities, possibility. Like this is possible for you, Tina. You can go all the way up, like over there. But this steady growth is what's best, and your path is not the same as what others choose in life. How do I say it? What's a better way of saying it? Because that sounds like a little like nose up in the air. Um, you're so you're just saying your path is different, and we all make different choices. Um, so this is good. People are observing that. What else? Oh, so okay, so as I'm doing my readings, I know that the energetics there are a firm reality. In fact, some things will roll out. It's just a matter of timing. So I did notice on the scheduling that Jules did work yesterday. And I was like, okay, well, somebody is not in the right place to make those decisions that need to be made. So, whatever tower moment is supposed to hit her that is not exercised will be exercised upon the whole community. You know, like you are sheltering that and you are accepting the consequences that are linked to her. And that's why I'm very picky. I'm very, how do I say it? I'm very selective with certain partnerships, and therefore, what is it? I'll just be more mature about it. Sexual partners, because I'm not gonna take on anybody else's demons. You know, energetic demons. Like fuck that. Um, if I see that someone's in a place that is, you know, it's like priorities, right? So, anyway, updates from my divine panel of 8. What do you want to say with regards to that? Ten of Pentacles in reverse. It's seated energy. Is yeah, it's retaining it's retaining your wealth. Like I know what kind of energetics I hold. And regardless of whatever's in my pocket or not, I'm not going to let any exterior dictate what my haves and have-nots are. I know what energetic I hold, and I'm not going to let anybody fool me like the last person of like relinquishing that, of sharing or poisoning that, you know? So it's like, so let's say I'm like, okay, fine, okay, you're right, maybe I'm just making a big deal out of it, and then you fuck around and then you find out like you become how do I say it, instead of getting strokes of luck, you are actually dulling the polish off of, you know, your shine. So you become less lucky, you become less abundant. You don't get to see the returns because like, well, once you fucked, right? Like it's that's a done deal. You can't like take that back. There's no take backsies on that. So like, you know, it's better to be safe than sorry. That's what mama would say. Um mama said. Mama said. But yeah, that's what it's showing me here. Yeah. Archangel Michael leading the way. Yeah, you bet. You should keep your wealth to yourself when you see a non-match. Yeah. And this is not like absolutely guarding yourself and like, oh, we can't like hang out, we can't be friends, blah 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 blah. But um mm, I I've just seen enough. I've just heard enough through several mouths, including a more intimate one. Um what kind of filth there is. I'm not talking about like, oh, doing the nasty or whatever, like, oh, somebody's perverted or whatever. I'm perverted, like, but at the same time, like, are you gonna let that be the deciding factor of how you move? Like, you know what? Like, I've saved up quite a bit, let me tell you. So, uh, excuse me. Okay, so my divine panel of 8. Updates. Oh wait, what? Okay, I forgot to get the Justice card, but it's playing peekaboo with me. And what was it facing? The Magician in reverse. Yeah. So, you know, anyone in the seat of justice will see those that are going through the dark night of a soul and still practicing. Sometimes, like, they can tell when there's like there are heinous practitioners out there, and then they also can recognize those that are getting through the thick of it and trying to manage their shiz. They're doing everything in their power, going through the dark night of the soul, so they can recognize the difference between the two. You see, they've had a long day, just like many others, and they're not sweating it. They're still looking good. It's like just another day. What is it? Just another day living in the hood. Yeah, just another day around the way, feeling. I forget. That's Queen Latifah? Anyway, I haven't heard that in a long time. I don't even know what the title of the song is. Maybe it's just that. Yeah. Okay, my divine panel of 8. Anything else that you want to convey? Fine. Okay. We're gonna go in the mines. Hold on. Okay, and this shows me 6 of Pentacles inverted, 3 of Wands extroverted, or it can be like, oh wait, hold on, shh. Oh, Queen of Pentacles extroverted. Okay. So I'm seen as boss lady mom. Yeah. So productive in building bonds and relationships, even when I'm not there. I'm memorable, even just upon the first meet, upon like, you know, orientation style, like you meet them one day and then they're gone the next, except for the memory of them. So I leave imprints, like, you know, like you don't realize it, but like when you encounter me, I bring so much more than what's in present tense, that I'm still memorable even if I'm gone. You see, like this is bringing in, like, ships are coming in. This is what it's towing, like a memorable imprint, even when I'm relaxing. You know what I mean? So, and so there's like, because of that fondness, because of that impression, there's almost like reciprocation going my way, you see. So even when I withhold my energy, I'm still quite memorable, and so that energetic fondness is still coming back to me as a return. So it's blessings in its etheric sense. Like whether, like, this is, I think, people are not aware of that, like, of what they do, but in its most beautiful sound sense. So this is great. This is good. Things are going in the right direction here. That means I'm moving in the right direction. That's great. Now, some may call me a little impatient when it comes to seeing results. But I think that's what, like, all leaders do. When they're put in a position of power, whether or not there's title to it or pay to it, it's absolutely recognizable. especially on a one-to-one basis, like you can't deny it. Where are we going with this? Holy smokes. I don't know. But oh, as far as like um being recognized as a little impatient. But I'm not like trying to crack the whip here, but um when I saw the scheduling, I was like, "Ugh." No, I wasn't, no, it wasn't like that. What was it more like, oh, well, that's their decision. Okay. Um and so I don't listen to the, like, I automatically turn it or automatically switch it off to something else when I see that these energetics that have um betrayed me because of their own inconsistencies. What's that song? It's like, you got me questioning my worth because you're inconsistent. It's some lady rapper. I forget who. Because you're inconsistent. That's Cardi B. Be careful with me. Oh, yeah, that's what that is. Okay. Yeah. So I don't listen to those readings, so, like, I don't fall prey to them, the charm of, like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I have all these feelings for you, I still I think about you like this." No, no. I saw her on the schedule. I saw where, where your integrity lies, and, I'm not going to invest in any of that. Mm-mm. So, there's that. Okay. Updates from my divine panel of 8. What do you want to tell me? And this is not to like incur any type of warring, it's not supposed to be like um it's either her or me. But it is to say if this then that. So Queen of Cups in reverse and 5 of is facing the 5 of Swords. Right behind that is the 2 of Wands. So this is like the one up type of energy. Like I know I'm a winner, okay? Um, I know that there are some haters or some that feel discouraged, even though they're still considered one of the top 3. Like that's not good enough for them. So these are kind of like pick me girls off to the side, and it just shows who really does have like the whole cup, or at least half full. This is not half full though, maybe like if you're warring and you're trying to hold a cup, you're bound to lose a bit of that water. Um, but this is, some people stay in their own energy because it's kind of they know that they're going to be consoled because of it. I wouldn't say I was in that particular energy as I was going through the tower moment, or several of them in the past few years. No, that's not my energy. I mean, we can go cookie cutter about this and we can say, everything that's out there that you converse with that like crosses your path is a dictation of what's happening on the inner core. And I don't, whenever I feel down about myself, down about things, I'm not going to shove it in your face so that you could be like, are you okay? No, you're beautiful. No, you're this and that. Um, I'm just I'm just sharing, what's going on inside me. So why is there a bias to like things that are like downloaded that are out of box that are absolutely true, held with a greater weight than what I convey on an inner plane? Like why it's still coming from the same person. It's still the truth, and it's still things that I'm experiencing. So anyway, I don't feel like I have to defend myself. It's just kind of understanding. I'm just digesting the material, okay? Because I don't feel like I've ever been in this energy. No. I think spirit gives us, like, as you go through certain lessons that you're learning, whether that's firsthand account or through living vicariously through another soul. Um, uh, Sometimes spirit wants to enhance your character by experiencing new energies. Like, okay, so you've solved this puzzle, and now on to the next. And you're like, I don't know, but like so this is like the expertise of knowing what's yours and not yours. And so you win the battle because you really, really represent and really know yourself. So that's excellent. I love it. So there's no issue with competition. Like in this field of tarot, I no longer feel like I have to defend myself anymore. And that's new. And it didn't just like occur like, oh, today, yesterday, or whatever. It's just something that like slowly snuck up on me. I was like, I don't have to. The only reason why I look into somebody else's sandbox, saying similar things or the same thing or whatnot, is because I see it as like supportive energy now. Even though they don't like shake my hand and like in the realm of common saying like, oh, they don't do that flowery stuff. Yeah, I don't feel like that anymore. It's but with the other things, wait, with the other things, um, it's almost like an easy win because human nature is very, it's so clear and distinct, almost mechanical, you know? Um, but I do sense the opposition. And I don't know if guys see it as much as I do. I have a feeling that most don't, like 90% of them don't see it unless I point it out for them and unless I practice like engaging in the exercise of that kind of discernment that is as quick or as clear to them. And I don't mean that as an insult. That's just an observation. But for me, it is very, very clear. Hmm. Um, yeah. Hold on for a second. Let me see what else. And it's weird because like there's some kind of like racist thing involved with it. And I'm not saying like, oh, white people this, white people that. In fact, I feel like um it's you see it in very unexpected ways. um like I have color to me, but maybe it's a different color from other people of color. And there's still um, clicky type of behavior, like almost rats in a prison type of energy, where they just go with their kind, and and um, and so there's something about that with like a hater type of energy. Um, because I'm not of the same kind. Um, I'm hearing that's unfortunate, which I can cognitively say, like, attest to that. But it's just more than that. It's like, it's a shame. That's what my heart says, it's a shame. Mm-hmm. Um, in that song Full Clip by Gangstar, It's like, something about like stupid, like, don't you know that God blesses every mic that he touches? Like, you know, it's almost ridiculous. So, oh, what else do you want to tell me, my divine panel? Of 8 updates for my divine panel of 8. So there's a lot of that type of energy happening. I don't know what to expect with aggressive 10 of Swords type of energy. Prefixing this full moon. But you know what they're saying? Expect the chaos. Expect the like poking and prodding. Expect all of that. But don't frown about it. Don't be upset about it, which I don't, they're just saying, but what they said, they skipped over to, like, pole vaulted to, is, oh, look, Hangman, like, this is a sense of awareness. You're cut down from any tree. So, this is, expect that you will win. Expect that it's going to be more than one win on that note. And expect that you will have things in your favor because of how you stand. You see? This is a well-balanced chi, center core. You see? It's knowing that, yeah. You know, like, this is like laying in a hospital bed. And what is it? Your muscles kind of atrophy because of the longevity of being in one position for so long. And so much so that your bones, like on your back, or even hips, are bruised because of being in one position for too long. And so that's what they're saying. It's what it's like in Hangman view for me in my practices. Been objective for so long, so that when you're cut down, the expectation is that you can't be like hit the ground running, you know. But this is showing me that you are. This is kind of comparable to General Iroh in the Avatar, The Last Airbender. I don't know what season it was, but it was when he was in jail. It's like you expect him to be like an old haggard man that he can't do shiz, and that he feels like, oh, his whole world is caving because he lost his like the an ally that was blood, his nephew, which is comparable to his own son that he lost. So anyway, without talking about too much detail, like, no, he was badass. He was badass even before he got into prison, or was imprisoned. So that's that kind of energy. That's what they're saying. Like, you got it, Tina. Yeah. What they're saying is like you can hit it and quit it for sure. in, in its most favorable sense. Like, okay, did my job here, I'm done. Anyway, anything else? My divine panels updates. So this is highly promising. Oh, the devil card in reverse facing the King of Pentacles. You know what? It's like you didn't engage in like the provocations of others, whether that be sexual or like some you know what I'm hearing? Bitch ass news. That's all these, what is it? All these, is it Dr. Dre? Some, yeah. That's what they said in the audio clip. I'm pretty sure. Because I wouldn't just call that random. So anyway, because you didn't engage in provocations or yeah. You engage in that. You're highly productive in your pursuits. Nothing you do is futile, even if it's like cleaning up your, like doing domestic things. Okay, you can like no. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles in pocket. Yeah, that's a golden ticket for you. Okay, and cookie and cup, like, that's mine. That's mine. That's mine. Without being, that gold digger energy, you know, that's mine. That's mine. You know, like that the catty energy. That's mine. Because it is mine. It totally is mine. However way you look at it, no secret to the sauce and the sauce itself, the secret ingredients, that's mine. Um, that's a true claim. When you have like it's not just true claim, like it is tagged as mine. Whether or not I say it's mine, that's mine. And so, what were they saying about it? Oh, the claim becomes an affirmation, you know, like recognition, like, yeah. And what they're saying is like, um, almost like you're remembering who you are. Like, I still got it, right? But I never, like, this is a different type of energy. It's similar to what I've had before in the working world, like office type of job, but there was so much degradation there that it was hard for me to really understand it in this manner. But now I can, um, like, I still got it, but like, I haven't had this heightened level of ownership, um, since like past lives. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a true energy that's resurfacing. Um, yeah, they're just saying you got it. You got it. Like, you know how to do this. You got it. So I've been, yeah, that's, once you start it and then you see like automatic results. Like the universe wants to extend me immediate gratification because so much has been foregone. I mean, truthfully, I have engaged in like just browsing through like, oh, that looks okay. I'll bookmark that for later. I'll bookmark that for later. Add that to my shopping list, or you know. So there's that kind of energy that I have in me, but um, it's just light entertainment, you know. Like I believe I'm going to get to that point to afford that. Okay, I believe that I will be able to take on that, and in like secret private view, I'm doing these things because it's like a lower level of vices, like a lower level of evil. You know, it's just a channel to like flush it out. So as I'm doing, engaging in those things, like browsing, okay, adding that to my shopping list or building a cart, I know that there is a truer energy where I'm just gonna throw away the cart. Like I'm gonna be so busy, I'm gonna not, I'm not gonna have to revisit this type of energy. It's kind of like um engaging in those behaviors without buyer's remorse almost. Just so like this is bare minimum where I'm going to be. But there's like like a prophecy, like a foreboding that it's going to be so much better than that baseline that I'm setting. So they said like you might as well set the bar higher on those returns, so that you don't sell yourself short. You're not engaging in the similar activities where it's like I'm not going to be like lavish, or I don't feel like, you know, but at the same time, I'm not going to be like compromising what's on the list, you know, like, oh, I'll just get a substitute for what I really do want. You know, I'm not going to be engaging in that type of behavior. And so there's an up level in the return. Like, yeah. So those little behaviors of building a cart or um, just minimal things that are kind of extras, I'm not, what do you call it? I'm not going, that's, how do I say it? My guides don't think any less of me for that. They understand the purpose, like the mental escapes on that. Um, so I'm not, I'm neither being scolded nor, like dinged, I guess, for those behaviors. Okay. It's just like peace of mind, Tina. Don't feel bad while you're doing those things. That's not good energy for you. Okay. Anything else that you want to tell me? Updates from my divine guides. Seven of Swords in reverse. It's like writing a manuscript. That's no bullshit. Yeah, for sure. Page by page. Like you have your own file going, Tina. Oh, yeah, I'm being observed. Like, yeah, people are putting a file together. Yeah, but it's correct. It's all like interesting. There's multiple here. Hold on a second. In reverse. Yeah. So my story is correct. It remains true, like to form. That's interesting. Yeah, I did not expect that one. Okay. Clarifier for that. We're gonna pull 2 clarifiers, okay? Because it's showing me like how I just laid it on there. 6 of Cups in reverse. These are not kiddos. Like these are not like, there might be people like on my page that are younger, that are low-key, reviewing my stuff. Like, what do they call it? Page stalking or something? I feel like that's not the way to say it for me, because I don't, yeah, there's like a fascination in looking at the prefix to what they see in the now. But this is also showing me that this is not kid energy. This is adult energy that's doing it. Yeah, okay. There's, I don't want to acknowledge that. No. Okay. Third, second, I'm hearing qualifier. Second clarifier is 3 of Pentacles in reverse. So they see that there's been a dissolution. They see that there's been a separation, like a dissolving of certain partnerships, but it's also showing something quite magical, you know. That's what it's showing me. Or showing others about me. Like there's some things that can be explained, but there's some things that cannot be explained. And that's as much as I can tell you on that. It's like, okay, any artist, when they're building something, they're visionary. So they have a particular like yeah, they have a particular thing in mind. But when they start, like as in painting, you don't know exactly how the thing will ultimately roll out. And I don't feel like that's a scary thing on an artist note, because it's like its own like little hobbit type of energy on a journey, like to here and there. So it's like, oh, I'm a new, how do I say it? It's so commonly used in tarot on the Fool's card, like, oh, you're on a new journey. This is Hobbit style, in the progress of your work from here to there. And it's like, oh, artist knows when it's done. And it might look a little different from what they envisioned, but as a visionary, there's a lot of flex to how to get to a certain location or the vibe that it sends. So that's what I'm seeing here, what others are seeing here, and what I'm sending. Okay. Yeah, bottom of the deck is, oh yeah, that's a little hobbit. This is Yankee Doodle. Went to town. Yeah. Endorsing. I like it. Top of the deck, no secret to the sauce, is 5 of Cups. So as you move along, you have to say goodbye to certain things. You take certain risks, and but you also know what the liabilities are. So you gotta say goodbye, goodbye to that. So I'm gonna repeat this again. In high school, I had a wonderful, positive art teacher, and every time I think of him, like, and particularly now, I remember like seeing his arm, and it looked like burn spots almost, but I think it was had to do something with like skin cancer or something like that. Mhm. I don't know why I said that, but he said, there are no mistakes in art. Um, mhm. You just keep moving until you know it's just right. And so along with decisions and your journey in life. Um, that's what my guides or my divine panel is saying. But he definitely said there are no mistakes in art. Mhm. Um, yeah. Mhm. Somebody does calligraphy here. See these like tools right there. I usually don't get that, but um, I'm getting that here. Okay, bottom of the deck. Okay, yeah. So you have to say goodbye to old mindsets and those that reflect that kind of mindset. Yeah, like unbothered. I'm going to town. That's what it's saying. Um, yeah. Okay. All right. So okay. So there's 4 people here. So I will do 4 takeaways for you before I do mine. All right. What's your first takeaway? The High Priestess in reverse. Clarifier for that is Page of Wands. Okay. All right. So that still goes both ways. So there's undercover psychics here that hold on. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 salamanders here. That would be 9 of Wands, which is showing up. Yeah. These are newbies, people that like have stumbled across me, like, oh, okay. So these are like closeted or like undercover psychics that have a divine feminine touch to them, that have that are that like have like newly found my content. But there are also dark practitioners that are have some level of insight and practices, and like, oh, they read the tutorial of like what a high priestess is, and so so it's like self-proclaimed type of energy, like very haughty, very prideful type of practitioners. So you see their ego play in their workings, so they want to start something with me almost. So they're showing up, so there's that kind of energy, but I feel like that's nothing to pay attention to. That's just something to be aware of. I'm not pulling any other clarifiers for that, but that's why I'm further explaining it. They're like saying, "Ooh, what can I take from this inventory, huh?" Yeah. So they may appear to be uh harmless because they're so inquisitive on like looking at the inventory. Um but like just whatever. Okay. So you might have that energy if that's not you. In your life. Okay. Second takeaway is like, okay, like you're shopping at a certain location and you're both like, looking at the same things. And you think there's a friendly, let's say, oh, I like that too, What size are you? Okay. Thank God it's not a medium. Okay. It's something like that. But you're like conversing like, oh, we're like friends, like we have like similar interests or something. It's just lighthearted almost. So you're not really paying attention to the social cues because you see that they're more fixated on the inventory than what who's conversing along the other side. So that's how you know. That's how you know. Okay. Second takeaway for you is Four of Cups in reverse. Something about making the right decision. Sleep on it, and it's like instantaneously. Like, yep, I don't know what it is, but after having some restful sleep and catching some sun rays, like you feel good about your decision, like your final decision. I don't know what that's all about, but clarifier for that is, oh yeah, definitely. After taking care of yourself and catching like some sun and like having a nice bubble bath, this is like taking care of your temple in and out of home. You'll come to like the right decisions instantaneously. Like definitely, this is after a long day, but you see her eyebrows are not furrowed. She's totally relaxed. There's no aggravation, therefore nothing poking and prodding at her, distracting her from making like feeling like that's the right decision. Yeah, or like, you know, clearing any energetic blocks, creative blocks, etc. For sure. It's like, oh, that was a missing ingredient, or like you're writing a book and oh no, this chapter should go before this chapter. You know, is there's something about that there that yeah, is like on point. Okay, third takeaway is for sure you're building something, you're creating something, you're doing something that you're really really good at, and it's coming into formation by your own bare hands. So whatever your work of art is, there's a revisitation towards it until it's seeing it like just right. Like, I know some people are very particular, even with as good as they are in a certain arena, that there's still like there's some level of precision and perfectionism, like as they see it. So this is like, yeah, movement from here to there. So because it's engaged in that, you're further engaged, like, you know, from private time to professional time. So this is focused energy in a way that's like you're not so hard on yourself. Very easygoing type of energy, but serious. Firm and unbothered. Grounded. Barefoot, you see. In fact, these energetics probably work better with their shoes kicked off, like fully relaxed. Everything's tangible from head to toe. And so, yeah, there's something primordial about that. And, like the extensions of yourself are very, much in flow. Like you could feel the breeze between your toes. You could like there's something about that part there. Okay. So the sensation is like heightened because you've calmed yourself. Like, yeah, calmed yourself down for sure. All right. The clarifier for that is Two of Wands. Definitely. You like there's that can guarantee precision as you see it. Yeah, look, a visionary for sure. So definitely showing me some creatives in here. So creative and so like involved in their work that sometimes they forget about like they, you know, putting off the necessary logistics of that like thorough self-care. Um so I don't feel like there's, I would call it neglect. I would say it's recommended. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So if any energetic is trying to come at you and more fascinated with what you produce or what you have or whatever, it's going to become quite clear on where your intention should go. And I don't feel like, you know, when you're engaged in what you're meant to do, your divine guides will be a lot more invested in protecting you. So there's no defensiveness here. There's just an acknowledgement of those energetics that are more material bound, more ego bound. Oops, sorry. Material bound or ego bound. So, as you're engaged in self care and your profession, that it's very well protected. Hmm. Yeah, because you're on point with your channeling and your self care. Like, you don't forget about your vessel. Um, so you've already taken the necessary um, precautions in protecting yourself, your space, your mindset, your well being, at your guides, your most divine guides will protect you in another atmosphere. Hmm. So there's no warring in here. Um, yeah, definitely. Okay. No, sorry. The fourth takeaway for you is it's reduced down to 3. Oh my. But that's okay. Queen of Swords in reverse. Hmm. Dictated by the clarifier. 8 of Swords in reverse. Oh yeah. So it's withholding your tongue, withholding like, did you see she did that? She did this, blah blah blah. Sometimes you're just more involved in what you're doing than what other people are doing. Yeah. So that's your fourth takeaway. Hmm. It unfreezes you, unsticks you. So if there's any hexes or spell work or whatever, you're already like diminishing that with your most viable inputs, your most productive inputs. Definitely, yeah. You know when they say like making something, you made something out of like thin air, like, or something out of nothing in its most like bitchy sense. Um, this is being highly resourceful with what you've got and what you're cut out to do, what you're made to do, um, what you're born to do. Hmm. What did we just say? Holy smokes! Anyway, that's it for that. Okay, my 3 takeaways are. First takeaway is already 77 minutes. Holy smokes! 2 of Cups. Oh my gosh, the partnerships are still rolling in. What? Like, my guides could not emphasize this any further. I don't know. This is like I've never seen that like in a theme of mine, like continuous. Like, this is the level of dating. Like, I think some people want to start dating. I'm not averse to dating. I'm just averse to the mechanical expectations of, okay, like, this is like, frick, I'd rather forgo. But as I was thinking that, prefixing this reading, just like some personal thoughts on it, like, you can't deny yourself of certain experiences in life because you know the mechanical ways of like human behavior on its like majority sense. You can't deny yourself of that. Like, your learnings are present um, in several paths, like in any path actually. So why would you deny yourself of the possibility of um, finding um, great partnerships, landing great partnerships, um, in any capacity, um, because of, you know, some people ruining it. um, hmm for sure. Okay, the clarifier for that is 7 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, With any practice, one can get better and better and better to the point of isolating what they want most. hmm Um, yeah, or who they want most. So it's no longer ruminating. Yeah. Okay. What? Okay. My second takeaway is Eight of Wands in reverse. Um, I think there's a level of discretion here. I don't know why, but it's not like saying like say no more. You're done here. This I really feel like there's an area of discretion, like not telling, not saying everything. That you're doing, because there's a solar plexus energy of identifying, like channeling. Yeah, like with what you do, Tina. Yeah, let me clarify that. But I feel like that's also relative to relationships and dating. I feel like that. Okay, clarifier for that is Nine of Wands in reverse. An area discretion. Not sure. Like lowering guard. Discretion. I think this has to do with new opportunities, and this still involves dating, like seeing people. There's an area of discretion and not holding your guard up, like oh, not telling people where your whereabouts are. Oh shit, yeah, yeah. This is very private energy. 100%. There's a level of intimacy and like a sacredness, and you know, you know what they just told me? Like, I don't know how many days ago they told me this, but it wasn't weeks ago. But they told me in the past few days that Tina, like, I don't think you realize how lucky you have it with as good as um you are at what you do, and the level of like not having the celebrity status as you're moving through it. Like that is a major distraction in your growth process with how far you've come. Um, that's one thing. The other thing is that like you will miss the level of privacy that you have. Like you are very much an introvert. So you will you may miss you might have to change your life a lot, actually, in order to preserve, like, have this level of discretion in your private life. Um, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. My third takeaway is the Fool card in reverse, clarified by Ten of Wands in reverse. Yeah. There's a level of being almost spontaneous with your moves. Like that's dropping the burdens almost with that. Like you don't have to call security or anything like that, or hire some bodyguards, like take those preventative measures. This is more of like um facilitating this type of private energy with the recommendation of being more spontaneous in how you move. um so this also means like switching coffee shops, switching locations of where you choose to resource things. Um, and so that automatically not just lightens the burden, but like absolutely like I'm not going to um I'm not going to bring on that baggage of whatever possibility that might be. Like if I'm not as discreet. I want to get 2 more clarifiers though, moving backwards on this first part, this like the discretion part. Yeah, clarifier was Knight of Wands in reverse. So this is kind of like playing ball out on the field. Only like your inner circle will know the coding of like, you know, that kind of coding from the umpire's plate or umpire to the pitcher or whatever. You know, like this is a player, but it's like this is like out on the field for sure. Only that, yeah, that's definitely. Look at that. 4 bases, 4 of wands right there with the salamanders and the candles. Yeah, that's between 4 of wands and 8 of wands. Those that are those that will get the communication are the ones that are in the inner circle. In fact, there are 3 more candles lit here. That's acing it. Yeah, I got the message for sure. Yeah, that's 100%. Yes. Okay. Okay, so that's a clarifier for that. Okay. So the other clarifier for my third takeaway with being discreet and in how I move, and it automatically like being unburdened, not just unbothered, but unburdened in transit. What's the clarifier for that? 7 of Wands in reverse. It's this is an advantage that's shown, and part of it is like taking care of business. Like when you have to take care of some things that are more like errand level, you're Tina, there's a level of like this is having like the advantage, but this doesn't mean that you don't not have the advantage. Anyway, it's like rolling up your sleeves and playing it like low level, like dressing up like everything is like a costume. So if you don't want you just camouflage yourself and dress down. You just like move about and you have your shades on, that kind of energy. So it's getting those errands taken like knocked out of the park. The other side to this is a humbling in that demeanor, in those motionings, because like I wouldn't say that it's like making me smaller. It's there's no need to act, how do I say it? It's kind of like a quieting energy. Like just because you are at this level of acknowledgement and recognition, public recognition, it doesn't mean that you have to play that card all the time. It would be a disservice to anyone at that level. So, yeah. Oh, okay. So these updates are very, very good. Any recommendation? Wait, no. I feel like because of these aggressive energies, I don't know, they're not highlighting it for me. You know, I've already come into the understanding of those energies. I don't need to understand them any further. I know it's case by case for me, but it's kind of like, what do you call it? Congested energy. What do you call that? saturated, oversaturated energy. So the focus here for me is these upcoming relationships, or these relations, or these like bonds that are present, and being, I wouldn't say open for business. Well, yeah, I guess so. I mean, like, as far as in the dating forum type of energy, that it will conclude success in finding like the winner. Um, but this is focusing on my path and moving forward. What it professes is like total recognition, to the point where it doesn't even need to be said by me. So my focused energy is not like that destination point, because it's showing me it's already had, it's like solid. But at the same time, my energy should be focused on um, the change up in my life. Yeah. This discretion is not like the oh, he, like, oh, she kissed me, that kind of energy. It's not that foolish type of like young energy. This is, no, for real, for real. Like, when you're at that stage, you really need to, like, what is it? Need to know basis type of energy. And moving with spontaneity. Um, to get things done, but also to enjoy your level of leadership in varying capacities. Yeah. When applied to this, when applied to that, like the flex in that. There's a joy built into that new challenge. Um, mhm. That's interesting. Okay. I feel like that's it for now. Thanks very much for all donations provided in and of light and love that reciprocate equally and therefore abundantly. But now that this reading is officially over, I call back all my power, energy, essence, gifts, strength, passions, from those that call upon, cast, generate, bring, magnify, multiply, and or any variation thereof, the aforementioned ill will, intent, thought form, pattern, and or entity, to pass through the white light of the Holy Spirit for cleansings, for blessings, for refortification in me, only me, hassle-free, no doubt, and no attachment, except for all bonus points included. Yeah, upon closing this reading, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine with their appropriate karmas due, assisting with a sequence of rollout. In light and love, I close the portals in this reading now.